Hi, everybody. This is Nathan Weems, the Apprentice Nutrition Detective. Today is Sunday, October 16th, 2022, and this is Health Update number 5. So, welcome. Thank you for watching. Hopefully, you'll get something out of this. No big news to report on health changes this week, or this last 2 weeks. Did have a blood donation that I did a little over a week ago. No problems. I didn't feel tired or, nauseous or anything after that. Luckily, they seem to agree with me. If you have any issues with them or it's something that you'd rather not do, remember that they are completely optional. You don't have to do them. And they just take care of the symptoms. They don't they don't have a fundamental impact on your iron levels. The way to really fix them is to do the Love Your Liver program, decrease the amount of vitamin A toxicity you have, copper toxicity. Those things will help fix your iron over time. So don't worry about doing blood donations. If you have any issues with them, just don't worry about it. So I have had some kind of unexplained acid reflux over the last couple of weeks. Typically, if I'm eating well, I don't have the problem, but there were a couple of times over the last couple of weeks that I've had some issues with reflux, both during the day and at night, which tends to be more common for me. Even though I was eating okay at that time, I'm still not eating as well as I would like, but I'm doing okay. Speaking of which, my weight really hasn't changed. I haven't lost much, but I haven't really gained any either. So, I had somebody on the network who sent me a message asking about how I was doing with the beans that I was eating, and got me thinking that fiber might be playing a role in this extrahepatic cholestasis, which the reflux is usually an indication of for me, because that's the main indicator that I'm having a bile dump is that I'll get the acid reflux. So I'm eating usually 1 can of organic black beans a day at lunchtime. Usually don't have a lot of fiber at dinner. I don't usually eat breakfast, but I'm wondering if maybe adding some more fiber in the evening might be beneficial. So my plan is to start taking a tablespoon or so of psyllium husk fiber at dinner, which hopefully will actually help me eat a little bit less and help spread out my fiber intake during the day a little bit. So we'll see how that goes. Actually, some of the reflux may have been caused by some extra stress. I've been preparing for a karate promotion belt test for the last month or so. It actually happened yesterday, so I passed, and so the stress of that is now gone, and we'll see if that makes a difference. We'll see if maybe it was a little bit of stress that was causing the problem. Related to that, it was a pretty intense test. It was a 90-minute test, first thing yesterday morning, and then after the test, there was a seminar with a couple of our higher ranked instructors. Actually, the head of our organization, our worldwide organization, came up and did one class, and then one of our other high-ranking instructors did another. They're both an hour and a half each. So 90 minutes of test plus another 3 hours of training yesterday. And by the time I got done, I was sore and tired. So my back was hurting. My knees were hurting. So I was pretty whipped. When I came home, I actually took a magnesium bath and with a little potassium in it, and I'm happy to report that I really wasn't sore at all this morning. I was very surprised. Pleased, of course, but surprised. I was expecting to be sore today as well. So this is a pretty good indication that what I've been doing, the things that I've learned from Dr. Smith have helped. So this is a really good indication for me that I'm on the right track and I'm doing the right things. I can get better, of course. I can be more compliant, but I'm getting benefit from it. So that's pretty much it for health updates. I'm coming up on blood and hair testing in just a few weeks. As I mentioned, I did a blood donation on October 7th. So about the 7th or 8th of November, I'll go ahead and do my blood draw and send in my hair test. So the next video I do in 2 weeks will be just a regular health update, and then the following one will be a longer video where I'll go over all my test results and compare them to my first ones and see what kind of progress I've made in the last 8 or 9 months. So I'm excited about that. I'm really looking forward to seeing what kind of progress, if any, that I've made. If I haven't really made much in the way of progress, I'm okay with that. This is as Garrett says, this is a marathon, not a sprint. So, but I feel better. So regardless of what my test results say, I'm feeling better. I'm very happy that I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm very happy that I found the Love Your Liver program and all of you wonderful people who are part of the network. It's been terrific for me. So the other thing that I wanted to talk about, I mentioned the karate test that I was just at, and I want to talk a little bit about my experience in the martial arts and the benefits that I've gotten from it, and expand out a little bit beyond just that to talk about some things that I think might be beneficial for pretty much everybody. So I've gotten all kinds of amazing benefits from my training in the martial arts, not just getting in better shape and being more confident in my ability to protect myself and protect, my family and others. It's been a great mental discipline, so it's helped me calm my mind down. But one of the benefits that doesn't necessarily get talked about a lot, but I think is a really important one, and is one that can be applied to almost anyone and across many, many different types of activities, is the idea of having a discipline or having a road to mastery. And when I use the word discipline and mastery, what I'm talking about is an activity, a skill that you're never going to completely master. You're never going to learn everything there is to know about it. There will always be room for improvement. And the reason this is so important is because we as human beings need some sort of activity that is going to allow us to continue to learn, to continue to grow, to continue to change. Because once we become mentally static, once we stop learning, in a lot of ways, that's really the point where we really start dying. And I'm sure most of you have heard the old cliche, once you stop growing, you start dying. And certainly in the physical sense, this is true. Where, our bodies, from the time we're born, we grow, we continue to mature until we reach physical maturity, usually in our early 20s. And at that point, we start kind of a slow physical decline. Our bodies start breaking down, typically pretty slowly, but over time, we lose, some of that, the strength and the flexibility and the resiliency that we have when we're growing. Now, I'm pretty sure everybody would agree that because of the increasing toxicity of our environment, the speed and the profundity of that decline has increased tremendously. But even if we were at our healthiest, even if we were at optimal condition, at some point our body would break down to the point where we died, because everybody's going to die at some point. So physically, we can do things to delay and slow the degeneration process, but eventually it's going to catch up with us. But in terms of our mental growth, we have the capacity to continue to grow, to continue to learn, to continue to develop until the day we die. And that accomplishment doesn't need to decline over time. It can continue to get better and better. And that process, regardless of whether it's the martial arts, which is my passion, whether it's music, playing guitar or piano or violin, drawing, painting, playing golf, playing tennis, woodworking. There's so many areas so many activities that allow us the opportunity to follow this path of mastery, this path of continual improvement, continual growth, continual learning over time. And I think that it's really important that everybody have something like that in their life, something that allows them to continue to improve, continue to grow, where the path doesn't end. It continues on until either we choose to stop following that path or until we die. And the power of that in my life is something that I don't really have words for. So I would love to hear what path to mastery you're on, what activity you have in your life that doesn't have an end, what you do where you're constantly learning, and what it's done for you. And I would love to hear what paths all of you follow. So I guess I'll call that good. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please let me know if you have any other questions, comments. If you're new to these videos and part of the network, feel free to send me a message on the network, on the Love Your Liver network. Or if you just happen across this, please subscribe and consider joining the Love Your Liver network. Put the link to that down in the description. And have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.